One to come up, one to come down, one to go back up.
I just enjoyed drinking, so it was, anytime I always just had a drink in my hand.
So were you beer or hard liquor or kind of a combination depending on the mood and the...
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And have you ever had a period of voluntary abstinence from... I've got cocaine listed as your primary drug of choice because, of course, that's what you told me just a moment ago.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever voluntarily abstained any great amount of time?
No. It's mostly just been, like, recently the past 3 years.
Okay. All right. And how many times have you ever had any type of alcohol DTs?
Once.
One time. Have you ever overdosed on drugs?
No.
Okay. How many times have you been treated for alcohol abuse?
None.
Drug abuse?
None.
How many, so that this would be none either. And how have you, and you said you've never been in any type of treatment?
I mean, I've seen a therapist before. I've seen an outpatient therapist, but...
Was that for your alcohol?
It wasn't for that, but it kind of got brought into it, I guess.
Okay. That may go more under the psychological, and then it ties back over.
They were asking me to taper down on alcohol intake for mental health problems.
Okay. In the last 30 days, how much money would you say that you spent on alcohol?
Maybe like 350.
Okay. And how much money would you say that you spent on drugs, Miss Cameron?
Ooh, probably about 350.
Okay. And do you have someone that you usually buy your supply from on a regular basis, or just whoever you can find?
I mean, yeah, and if they don't have something, they usually refer me to somebody that they know who does.
Okay. Have you deleted their number from your phone?
No.
Do you think that might be a good start? Are you ready for that step
but
yet?
it's a friend, and it just makes it a little bit more complicated.
Okay. All right. And have you gone to any type of AA, NA, Celebrate Recovery? Okay. In the 30 days prior to coming in, how many days have you experienced alcohol problems? You said it was 28, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was 22 on the drugs? Or 20? No.
16.
16.
About 4 times a week.
All right. And we're back down the scale from 0 to 4 again, okay? How troubled or bothered are you by your alcohol problems on a scale of 0 to 4?
2.
2? What about your drug problems?
3.
3? Okay. How important is treatment for your alcohol problems?
3.
3. What about your drug problems?
4.
4? Okay. Are you experiencing any type of withdrawal symptoms right now, or?
I mean, it's been difficult, but I wouldn't say I'm not. I don't feel like I'm dying or anything. I'm not throwing up a lot. I just, I don't feel like myself, and I get really tired a lot, and so it's hard for me to stay up and pay attention, I guess.
Okay. Alrighty. All right, we're going to talk about your legal status now. Okay. Are you currently on probation or parole?
No.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested for shoplifting, vandalism, or theft?
Yes.
And were you under the influence at the time?
No.
Okay. Any parole or probation violations?
No.
Okay. Drug charges?
1.
Okay. And at the time that you caught those charges, were you under the influence?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested for forgery?
No.
Okay. Weapons offenses?
No.
Burglary, larceny, or breaking and entering? Robbery?
Mm-mm.
Assault?
Mm-mm.
Arson?
Mm-mm.
Rape or sex-related crimes? Okay. Homicide or manslaughter?
Mm-mm.
Prostitution?
No.
Contempt of court?
No.
Any other charges not listed here?
Yeah, disturbing the peace.
And what happened with that?
Me and my significant other at the time were just out front yelling and arguing with each other, and neighbors called cops, and so they came out and pretty much said that they could hear my voice over everything, and of course, significant other just blamed everything on me, and so I got charged and they didn't. So.
Okay. All right. And how many of these charges did that charge result in a conviction, or was it just listed as a misdemeanor? Or
Yeah, it was misdemeanor.
Okay.
Then the theft charge, both of those were deferred,
okay.
and drug charges, they were deferred also.
Okay. You've been very lucky so far. All right. Have you ever been arrested and charged with disorderly conduct? Vagrancy?
No.
PIs, public intoxication?
No.
Driving while intoxicated?
Almost, but no.
Okay. Any other major driving violations?
Mm.
Like high-speed racing, drag racing, or anything
No,
like
I've got
that?
tickets, but that's it.
Okay. Minor in possession?
No.
Okay. And in the 30 days prior to coming in, how many days in your life have you spent in jail?
One.
One?
Yeah.
Okay. And what was that for?
That was for theft.
Okay. Alrighty. Are you presently waiting charges on trial or sentencing on anything?
No.
Okay. And how many days before coming in here did you engage in illegal activities for profit?
Maybe like 4 or 5.
Okay. And how serious do you feel your legal problems are at this time? Since you really kind of don't have any.
Yeah, I'm 0.
Okay. All right, we're going to talk about your family history now.
Okay.
Okay. Have any of your relatives had what you would call a significant drinking, drug, or psychological problem, one that did or should have led to treatment? We're going to talk about your mother's side first, okay?
Okay.
Did your grandmother have any alcohol, drug, or psychiatric problems?
No.
Okay. Your grandfather?
No. He dipped, but that's all.
Okay. What about your mother?
Yes.
Alcohol?
Yes.
Drugs?
Yes.
Psychiatric?
Yes.
Okay. What about any aunts?
Yes.
Alcohol?
Yes.
Drugs?
Yes.
Psych?
Not sure.
Okay.
I mean, I would probably say yes, just how they act, but I don't know if they have any actual diagnosis.
Bona fide diagnosis?
Right.
Okay. What about your uncles on your mom's side? Did they drink?
Uncles, let's see. Yes.
What about drugs?
No.
Okay.
Wait, yes. Marijuana? Yes.
Okay. What about psychiatric problems?
No.
Okay.
That I know of.
All right. Now we're going to talk about your father's side. Okay.
Okay.
Did your grandmother on your father's side have any alcohol, drug, or psychiatric problems? What about your grandfather?
Nope. He smoked. He died of lung cancer. He smoked cigarettes.
Okay. So you did get to know them?
I mean, I was 8.
Did you ever go to grief counseling after?
I was 8.
Okay. Were you close to your grandfather?
No.
Okay. And what about your father?
He passed when I was 2.
Okay, so you didn't know your father?
But he did drink. I've seen pictures of him at parties and stuff, so I know that he did drink at one point, but I don't know if he had a problem with it.
So it kind of sounds like you kind of have a very strong hereditary gene for addiction.
Mm-hmm.
What about your aunts on your father's side?
No aunts or uncles drink on that side.
Okay. Do you have any siblings?
No, not blood siblings.
Okay. And how many times has your mother been married?
3 times.
3 times. And how many times was your father married, do you know?
Once.
1 time? And that was to your mother?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you feel like your mom remarrying and having those different men in and out of your life affected you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You okay? You doing okay?
Yeah, just sorry, I had a cough.
All right. And are you currently married?
No.
Have you ever been married?
No.
And are you satisfied with this?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any children?
No.
No. Right. And your usual living arrangements for the last 3 years, with a sexual partner and children, with sexual partners alone, with children alone, with parents,
roommates.
with roommates, so with friends.
Yeah.
Okay, but are y'all sexual partners?
No.
Okay. Okay. And how long have you lived with this way?
I mean, I've jumped around from house to house, but I mean, I've been living where I've been living now for almost a year.
Okay. Are you satisfied with these arrangements?
I guess. I mean, I can never stay in one place for too long.
Okay. So you're constantly feeling like you're on the move?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And do you currently live with anyone who currently has an alcohol problem?
Yes.
Okay. And what about using non-prescribed drugs?
No.
No? Okay. So how do you plan on becoming sober from alcohol if you continue to live in an environment where it's there?
Never really planned on it. Because, like I said, I mean, I think the alcohol is kind of an issue. It's never really been my problem, I guess. I function well with it. It's just, it's the drugs that mainly cause the problem.
Okay.
I bet if I quit the drugs and didn't mix them together, then, you know, I'd feel fine.
Okay. Well, we will talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
And with whom do you spend most of your free time? Family, friends, and alone? And whenever I say friends, do you have any friends that are non-drug, alcohol using, illegal, breaking the law kind of friends? And do you ever spend time with those friends?
No.
No?
I mean, I'd go out to bars and clubs and drink, and that's what I do.
Okay. Do you do it with your drug and alcohol using friends?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So. Sounds like we need to kind of work on building your personal strength up and getting you a good, strong support network of sober people. So that way you can start having somebody that you can be around that's sober, that's not. Okay, are you satisfied spending your free time this way? Going out, drinking, and...
Yeah, it's okay. But it's excessive.
Okay. How many close friends do you have? People that you can count on that don't use drugs or...
That don't use drugs. I mean, they might drink some, but I mean, I'd say maybe 3.
3? Okay. And would you say that you have a close relationship with your mom?
No.
Okay. You said you don't have any siblings. Would you say you have a good relationship with your roommate?
Yeah, at times.